All right. Hello, hello, hello. Um, Welcome. Happy Saturday. I hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend so far. Thank you for. I always do that. Thank you for tuning in. I'm here every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time talking about music and just thoughts and ideas that I've had throughout the week and how to apply those to music and our art, and hopefully you find it enjoyable and informative. As always, if you have any questions or comments or anything, just drop it in the chat and I will hopefully see it. So this week I want to start off with a quote that I really like by an artist that I really like. And the quote is, when you know something and you feel it and you have a love for it, my God, do it. Don't let it go by. And I think that's an awesome quote by a painter named Andrew Wyeth. And I got one of his more famous paintings queued up here. There it is for you. It's Christina's World. If you live in New York City, you may have seen this in person. It's at the Museum of Modern Art. And Andrew Wyeth is awesome. Let me go back to that actually. One of the reasons that I love this painting is because it immediately hits me with an emotion. I know that feeling. You know that feeling. All of us know that feeling. That's what makes this part of what makes this such a powerful piece. Is that we all know that feeling. The feeling in this picture. And I think that Andrew Wyeth did an excellent job of knowing something and feeling something and loving painting. So he did it. He created this. So when we have this knowledge, these emotions, and we love to do something with them, to present them to the world, to give them to the world, that's a gift. And we all have our own gift, but it is most definitely a gift. And the important thing about this gift is that we need to use it. Use it or lose it. And we can use this gift and cultivate this gift by believing in ourselves. And when we believe in ourselves, we follow our interests. We trust our feelings, we trust our thoughts. And out of this, our musical voice will be born naturally. Last week's lesson was on Miles Davis's quote, sometimes it takes a long time to find your notes. In the process of finding your notes is this process of realizing what you know and what you feel and tapping into that and digging into that and exposing that and showing it to people. It's your gift. And you're the only one who has the unique combination. You are a unique combination. So your gift is going to be unique to you. So you're the only one that can show your gift to the world. And so another way that we can kind of recognize our gift and what we know and what we feel is by being aware of what we don't have a love for. And this isn't like in a negative way. This is just in a purely analytical way. Purely analytical. No value judgment at all. This is just to help us tap further into what we're interested in and what we can leave behind. And so when we analyze something and we're like, I don't relate to that, we need to ask ourselves, is that a genuine disinterest, or is it because we're underexposed to it? And the underexposure can lead to the knee-jerk reaction of, I'm not interested in it, I'm going to leave it be. And that's dangerous. We need to fully explore ideas to realize if they can help us or if they cannot help us with our gift in performing our gift. And this kind of forces us into a scientific method of sorts. And I know that I've heard a lot of other people's ideas on systematically learning an art. And I think some people I've definitely heard a lot of people against it. And I am very much for it. I'm very much for learning systematically. I think a big point lies in that it does not have to be someone else's system. It can be your system. I hope that makes sense. You can follow someone else's system. That's 100% fine. Or you can create your own, but you definitely need to be systematic about it. And something I've heard is, well, there's magic there and I don't want to lose the magic. And for a second, I kind of think about hundreds of years ago when scientists were trying to turn lead into gold, right? That was a magical thinking. How can we turn something into a completely different thing? One unique piece of lead into a piece of gold. How can we do that? That's a magical process, right? I think we'd all agree that's magical. Us and those scientists working on it back then. And I guarantee you they wrote down their process so that they would know, this didn't work, I'm not going to waste my time doing it again. This didn't work, I'm not going to waste my time doing it again. And so that was just kind of like a cute little analogy for what I think of when someone is like, it will take away the magic. When alchemy is probably one of the most magical things there is, and the people who were looking for it, they wrote down their process. And this brings me to perhaps the bigger point is that the magic is already there. The magic already exists. The magic is the universe. And we're lucky enough to exist in it. So we're not worried about taking the magic away because it's not like we're adding the magic. The magic already exists. We're just trying to define the magic so that we can then repeat on it and use it and draw on it. And the last thing I want to say about systematic learning is that in relation to natural talent, natural talent will only take us so far. We need to put in hard work to get the best results. There's a great quote by Einstein that says, genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. I think most people would classify Einstein as a genius, and here he is saying that 99% of what made him a genius was hard work. Don't be afraid of systematically putting in hard work to discover your craft. The last thing that I kind of want to mention in regards to all of this is know your personality. Each of us is unique and has our own gifts. We've covered that. But also each of us is unique in how we approach realizing these gifts. So how do you do your best work? Was it at a specific time of day? Is it when you're alone, or perhaps you're with a group? Perhaps you work best in a group. That is your love, your feeling, and your knowledge is to create something within a group. That's totally fine. Where do you do this? Do you need to be in your apartment? Do you need to be out in the public? Where is it? And it even gets into things like diet and exercise. Very physical things. You also need to know your weaknesses. I think this applies to the don't let it go by part of Andrew Wyeth's quote. It's so easy to be lazy. It's so easy to say, I'll do it tomorrow. It's so easy to say, let me do it in an hour. Don't stop yourself. Don't stop yourself. If you're working and getting results and are really satisfied, don't stop yourself because you think you need to. Don't stop yourself to say, oh, I think I deserve a break now. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop yourself. Know what makes you lazy. And being lazy is very different than taking a break. You take a break when you know that you have hit a wall. You take a break when you know that you're exhausted. Being lazy is not even giving yourself the chance to get exhausted. Know your weaknesses. What takes away hope for you? What takes away a desire to work? What distracts you? People, certain thoughts, could be. Know these, because the same things that influence you as a person influence your art, influence your music. And you need to look at your music, look at your art, look at your creation in the same scientific lens. Know what your music needs. What's your music need? I know what my music needs. I know what it's missing. I'm trying to add it in right now. Know what your music has too much of and what needs to be taken out. That's tough. That's real tough. Being honest to God, truthful with yourself and saying, you know what? It doesn't need that in there. My ego is putting that in there. Let me take that part out and the piece will improve. It's really important for us to know ourselves so that we can in turn know our music. And the way that we do this is we have to do self-examination. After you've created a piece of music, do you put it away and never listen to it again? Maybe. Or maybe you come back to it in 6 months and say, I like this, I don't like this, this, and this. How can I fix those things? Use them as mirrors. Use them as mirrors. They are just tools. Use them as mirrors to create a more pure version of your gift as possible. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's helpful. As always, if anybody wants to take some lessons, either about theory or maybe music production, let me know. Reach out to me. I offer 100% money back guarantee. And I will see you all next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll do another one of these live streams. All right. Take care.